Hello and welcome to another blog with me, Lawrence Grant from My Photos Forever. Now today I'm just going to run you through quickly some of the Godox equipment, generally on the AD200 and the accessories that are involved. Now many of you know that the AD200 is a portable flash unit that works on lithium batteries. There it goes, it's beeping on, and it's probably much the same size as a standard flash gun. This is a Nikon SB910. Weighs a lot less than the AD200, but the AD200 is going to give off 3 times as much power. Now, what we've got really just to tell you about some of the accessories involved. Obviously you can remove the head, which is one of its basic advantages, and then you can put on the burr bulb head. Now the burr bulb head is this accessory here, which just snaps onto that. The bulb fits into that, and then you've got a much softer light. You've got a much better spread than that. I mean, this was designed many years ago. And when you look at it, you think to yourself, well, the light's going to come out of here and there, but you know, it's not an even light. So that's got its limitations, and it's always been like that. So you would put a modifier on here to spread the light. Well, here we've got basically a strobe light in a portable package without being as expensive as some of the other makes that are around. So you know, you've got quite a lot of power. This is 200 watts per second, so you've got a lot of power, and virtually disposing of the main strobes, because you can take these out to go on a portable shoot, take them into outside locations, and they're going to power up, and they're going to just keep on powering up. And in most of my kits I keep a spare battery anyway, so you know, that's always on the ready. And the other accessory that they've recently brought out, which you may or may not have seen, is the round head, which has a softer light altogether. So this is probably somewhere between the two other units. So you've got the burr bulb giving you a nice big spread, and you've got the flash head giving you power, but probably a little bit more contrasty and a lot more power. This is probably fitting somewhere in the middle here, so you're getting a much softer, rounder light. And this has a facility where you've got a small modelling light, which you can switch on to 3 stages. There's 3 stages, and it can act as, you know, a focusing point if you're stuck with, you know, in low light. You can use that. So that's got a 3-stage. There we go. Switch that off again. So and all these accessories can be mounted into the Godox Bowens stand mount, so that can slot into that. It's a bit tight, I need to adjust that there, but then you can put all the modifiers on. So effectively what you would do, I'd have the burr bulb going into there, and then I'd have a series of Bowens modifiers, softboxes and whatever, all going into that. If I was going to do something like an event photography, which I did recently, I'd have the diffusing light, and I would put that either on a stand with a quick release bracket, or what I've also done, which I'm to be honest favouring a lot more, is to put the extension cable, which is this. I'm mounting the actual unit as a sort of power pack idea. I'm putting that into the holder that I bought, and then I'm putting that on my belt clip or shoulder rig, and I'm extending it onto the receiver here. And then again, you can put various heads on here. I've been using the burr bulb on there, and I've been using the diffuser, which I didn't think would be working very well, but as I use the Gary Fong collapsible diffuser on the main flash a lot to get that round effect, so that it got an even distribution, I found that this has been giving, well, an even better a better thing, because I'm not losing any light. I'm getting a lot more light. So if I've got a lot more light, I can always turn it down if I don't need that much light, but it's there if I want to. And also I've used the standard reflector, which again clips on there. It's on a bayonet, and I've used that, and I've set them up on certain commercial shoots. I've set them up and had very good success with that, using that to weigh down the stand, or keep the stand weighted while I put this, which is much lighter. And the weight of that, just generally, probably slightly less than that. I could really weigh that, but it's it's actually less weight of that than it is to having the flash gun. But the flash guns are not redundant anyway, because you can still buy a slave unit for the Nikon, and you can pop on the slave unit and switch that on, and then you can set the channel again, and then using the Godox remote, the remote transmitter, you can set up the channels. So here, I hope you can see that. You can see the channels already there. So I've got it A to E, so I can set that up. I've got this on a group A, so I can start to trigger this onto group A, and effectively you could have, a couple of flash guns on group A, a couple of slave units, and then you could have some of your AD200s. You could have one on B, one on C, etc., etc. So that all caters for the versatility of what you're getting here. And just one last thing on top of that, on top of all this triggering, with the with the round head, if you haven't got enough choice now, but your round head has an accessory kit, so you whiz that on, and then I can just put various accessories. These are all magnetic accessories. I can just plug these on. There's a barn door there. You can clip that on, and you've got a barn door effect on there, and that's got a grid on it, and the grid can come off, and you can put that on there, or you put the grid on there. There's a snoot, and there's some filters and whatever, so you can effectively you can emulate that with a round head if you wanted some softer light. It's just really deciding where you're going to go. So there you have it. All these controllers, all these senders and receivers are all making up to be a very versatile kit, and you just have to decide which shoot you're going to do and when you're going to do it, and just apply the right equipment to that shoot. So I hope that's been of use to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.